Hello and welcome back to Norica Airguns. What we're doing today, we're going to be looking at another Springer, but on a budget. We're going to be looking at the Norica Spider GRS. Just there. So, let's head into that intro, we'll have ourselves a look. Alright, so let's have a look, shall we? We'll go from the back. So we've got ourselves a nice little rubber butt pad with vents. Now it is a synthetic stock rifle and comes in black as well as this camouflage. Ambidextrous cheek piece, which is always nice for both left and right-handed shooters. It has got some quite prominent grip there, which would be nice to see if that comes into hand when it comes to shooting shortly. Coming down, we have a plastic trigger guard, but metal trigger, and just in there is your auto safety. You can't turn it back on from what I can tell, well I can't get it down, but when you cock the rifle the safety does pop down and you just push it back. Again, a bit more of that groovy stuff. Coming down to the front sights are fibre optic as well as the rear sights, but it is a very long gun. Alright, let's head to the feature part. Alright, so a little about the Norica. The Norica Spider, it's a GRS, so it's a gas ram rifle. It's a single shot break barrel, which also has the automatic safety, ideal for teaching little uns. It's got fibre optics, which allows for great open sights. The stock is made from a durable and synthetic polymer, which makes it light enough for smaller shooters to lift and to aim effectively. It's also an ambidextrous stock, as I said. It has a pistol style grip with some sort of checkering, more sort of pimples, which is great for holding. It does come in a 177 and 22 caliber, which features the internal gas round system, which just makes it last a little bit longer, in my opinion. The cocking is nice and smooth as well, which we'll have a look at when we're outside on the range. Let's head to the technical bit. Right then, so onto the technical side of the Norica. Their GRS system, which comes in 177 and 22, and I believe a 25 thinking about it. The overall length is 46 inches, which is 117 centimetres. The barrel itself is only 19 inches. It weighs about 3 kilos, so 6.6 pounds before a scope is fitted. Power wise, I don't know. We're going to find out, providing the FX chronograph wants to work. It does say it should be minimum 11.5 foot-pound, but they all say that, and I'm going to guarantee it's probably not going to be 11.5 foot-pounds. Other than that, there's not a great deal of technical stuff to know about it. It's a break barrel. It does what it says on the tin: crack the barrel, put your pellet in, aim it safely down range, safety off, pull the trigger. Yeah, so let's head outside onto the range now, shall we? Right, so out on the range, let's give it a crack, shall we? We're going to do an accuracy test and a pellet test at the same time. I've only got two types of 2.2. I've got wasps and JSB, so I don't normally carry a 2.2. So let's have a crack, shall we? That is, as I say, quite smooth, that cock. Doesn't want to go anywhere. Sometimes they can be a little bit loose, but that's it, that's in. That's lovely, that is. Let's do our 5 shots. Let's see, the safety is on. I've got to push that in. Safety is off. Right, have a look. It's quite windy today. 1. About 9 o'clock, I can see that. 2, 3, 4. That's gone a bit wild. I don't know where that one come from. And number 5 with the JSBs. Peculiar. Right, let's have a look at wasps. So let's see what it does with the wasps, shall we? One. Nice little bullseye. Lovely. I do like how nice this cock's for. It's a nice brake barrel. It's a bit higgledy-piggledy this as well, isn't it? Not as bad as the JSBs though. It's got a nice little grip. And shot 5. Lovely. Right then, chronograph time. 10 shots. So it does, shall we? Right, final thoughts on the Norica Spider GRS. Honestly, it's a nice gun. Will need to be pellet tested properly because the 2 that I did with the JSB and the wasps wasn't that great. Wasps were slightly better. So that's your JSB. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all over the shop. But the wasps, that way. I had 1 in the bullseye, but the rest did clump quite nicely just there. But I think with a better scope, because that's I think unbranded scope. I don't know how that even is. But with that, I reckon with a better scope and more time and accuracy to do a proper pellet test, I reckon that is going to be a banger. Power wise, I was not expecting that to be sat in the 11s at all. Normally you think of cheap rifles, which these are, they're not particularly expensive, they're rather cheap for a Springer. I was not expecting that to be in the 11s. At one point it went to 11.9, but it sat around 11.3, 11.5 foot-pounds the whole time. Lovely. Glad I've added that to the collection, to be honest. I'm gonna definitely swap that scope out and put something a lot nicer on, because that's a nice rifle, and for the price, I think they're about 140, 150. I picked this up on sale. I only paid about 60 quid for it at the time, I think. Not even that. But it's banging. It's a good little rifle. Yeah, I've got nothing bad to say about that. I was dubious, shall we say, to start with because of the price, but other than that, it's a banger. And that will sit nicely in the little stack next to me down there for a while, I think. But yeah, so that was a Norica Spider GRS. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next week, hopefully. Bye bye for now.